Fewer Bills, Fewer Problems, by Mara Horowitz. Mara Horowitz discusses concerns about the $100 bill. A couple of decades ago, paying for purchases with paper money was the norm. But nowadays, most people just don't carry cash anymore. More and more consumers are turning towards quick, convenient purchasing through credit cards and electronic payment methods like PayPal or Venmo. Their wallets are stuffed with pieces of plastic and business cards, not bills. For economists like Ken Rogoff, author of The Curse of Cash, that's progress. He's advocating for the end of the $100 bill. And it's not just the $100 bill that's on the chopping block. Rogoff favors eventually phasing out the $50 bill and then the $20 bill. The smaller bills are safe, for now, as they may be kept for convenience. But proponents of cashless societies would like to one day see all cash extinct. Missing money. Despite the decline of paper money, a large quantity is still in circulation. Apparently, $6 trillion. That's roughly $3,000 to $4,000 in cash for every person in the United States. And the majority of this value is in $100 bills. In fact, there are more $100 bills than $20 bills in circulation. So where are all of these big bills? No one really knows. Perhaps most disquieting is how little of all U.S. currency is currently accounted for. Close to 85% of that money is simply missing. Data suggests that a large chunk of this value is hoarded overseas or is funding illegal activity. The shadow market. Cash is used in less than half of all transactions, and the majority of those exchanges are $20 or less. Average Americans don't use big bills. Instead, large bills are being used to fuel an underground economy, sometimes called a shadow market, and to facilitate criminal activity. This includes drug trafficking, money laundering, and tax evasion. Large sums are easier to transport inconspicuously when they are made up of large denominations. $1 million in $100 bills weighs roughly 22 pounds and can fit in a relatively small space, such as a briefcase or a backpack. Now compare that to $1 million in $5 bills. One can fit in a briefcase, the other requires a dolly and multiple extra large suitcases. It's not just hardened criminals and felons engaging in this type of activity. Small businesses rely on cash a great deal, using it to pay workers under the table without proper tax documentation. Researchers speculate that only 60% of small business income is reported. According to the Internal Revenue Service, IRS, a large chunk of income, state, and local taxes go uncollected, totaling to hundreds of billions of dollars each year. Tax evasion ranges from minor misconceptions about tax collection to gross misrepresentations of business affairs. Just think what that money, if collected and not hidden as paper money, could do to support government programs. Cashless society. We're already heading towards a cashless society. Restaurant chains like Sweetgreen and Dos Toros no longer accept cash. Accepting cash and making change takes time and reduces overall productivity. Banning cash saves businesses time and money with a simple swipe of a card. Nations, not just businesses, are also working to establish cashless societies. For example, India abolished its highest value notes, the 500 rupee and 1000 rupee, in November 2016. This bold decision was made to combat illicit criminal activity funded by these large bills. The internet is also playing its hand as establishing new modes of financial exchange in the form of cryptocurrency. On a global scale, digital money is on the rise. Looking forward, not everyone wants to get rid of paper money, with advocates ranging across the political spectrum. Supporters of cash worry about privacy concerns, as the elimination of cash would make transactions easier to monitor. Cash, after all, doesn't leave a digital trail. But as usage of paper money continues to dwindle, more policymakers are taking notice and questioning the efficacy of cash. It may just be a matter of time before the $100 bill is gone for good.